Hello, everyone. We meet again. Let's continue our lesson for the subtopic 4.6 Buoyancy and Archimedes Principle under Chapter 4 Fluid. Do you know what is the meaning of buoyancy? So let's look this diagram. So when we put object on the surface of the water, some of the object will sink, some of them will floating. This depends on the density of different object. So under this object, we call buoyant force. While on the top, these are the force from white or Fw. Buoyant force exerted a force upward object inside the water. Thus, buoyancy is the upward force exerted by a fluid that opposes the weight of an object in the fluid. So this situation can be represented by this equation. Fb equal to rho p multiply V multiply G, which is rho p is fluid density in meter cubic or cm cubic, while V is volume of the fluid. In meter cubic or cm cubic, and G acceleration due to gravity in unit meter per square second, which is the value is fixed 9.81 meter per square second. Next, now let's introduce to you the another principle we call as Archimedes principle. So what is the meaning of Archimedes principle? So let's look this picture. So when the object is sink in the middle of the fluid, so we can see here there are two height, h1, h2. So the change of the height, h2 minus h1, we will get the delta h or change of height. Similar to the previous slide, F2 is buoyancy force, while F1 is the Fw or weight force. So F2 is minus with F1 equal to raw density. Okay, raw density F multiply gravity multiply with the area multiply change of the height. So raw density multiply with G and multiply with A and change of H. So as we know, A multiply change of H is equal to V volume, represented by volume. Therefore, if we simplify this formula, we will get P, raw P density, multiply with volume and multiply with the acceleration due to gravity value. So lastly, we change, as we learned in the previous lesson, P density equal to M divided with volume. So when we change P multiply V replaced by M multiply G. So this equation represented the Archimedes principle. Archimedes principle states that the buoyant force on an object immersed in a fluid is equal to the weight of the fluid displaced by that object. So that this can be represented by this picture. So buoyant force is 2 kilogram. So the displacement of fluid from this cylinder is equal to the value of buoyant force, which is 2 kilogram. Next, this is the Archimedes principle, another situation. So if we look these two diagram, okay, this situation, the first situation in diagram A is in air, while another situation B in water. So both diagram apply the Archimedes principle. So we can see here, in air, the actual weight is 14.7 kilogram. However, when we put same object in the water, the weight value change. Okay, from 14.7 kilogram change to 13.4 kilogram. So there is a different value. So this situation can be represented by this equation: weight of or apparent weight equal to weight minus with the buoyant force, as I explained in the previous slide. Okay, next. So this is a problem involving buoyancy and Archimedes principle. So two problem. Please have a try by yourself, and the answer are provided here. Okay, thank you for your attention. Until we meet again, goodbye.